Welcome to your relationship reading for the 3rd to the 10th of May 2025. It's going to be very general, so please take the bits that resonate and let the other bits go or leave them for someone else. Let's welcome the high frequency archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and of course our higher selves to assist with this reading. So Leo, this reading is going to be about you and another person. You know, it could be a family member, a friend, a partner, potential partner, maybe someone you've met, or maybe your current partner. We'll just see what happens when the cards come out here. And we're just going to see what's going to jump out here as an energy that's representing a connection that Leo has with another person. Thanks, Spirit. Okay, so 4 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to do one more shuffle and then we're just a couple and we're going to cut the deck and then we are going to get the rest of the cards for you, Leo. So you have the Lovers, Ace of Wands. So let's just pull these cards out. So with the 4 of Cups, this could be talking about that maybe with this connection, Leo, that possibly you're feeling as though there's something missing. Okay, there could be something missing from this connection. Maybe you're feeling that, or the other person's feeling it, or you're both feeling it. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups. Interesting. Okay. I'm just going to pause for a moment, see if I can just get a feel of the energy of the cards. Okay, Leo, so I'm feeling like that both of you are perceiving that there is some potential here for the two of you to connect. I have a feeling that it could be romantic, okay? But for whatever reason, it could be that both of you or one of you have other things that you're preoccupied with on an emotional level, okay? I mean, straight off the bat here, we have your energy presenting here is the Lovers and the other person is the Ace of Wands. So there's a lot of, I think there's some real positive vibes happening here for you, Leo, okay? I feel like you are seeing yourself with this person. I'm not sure if you've just met this person. That could be what's happening here. And the other person is feeling, you know, really attracted to you, okay? And yeah, let's continue down the line here. So Leo, you're also presenting with a really positive 6 of Wands energy. You know, feeling really confident. I think you're bringing confidence in here. The other person here, 4 of Swords, is taking a bit of a more chilled approach. Okay, I feel like they have, you know, they're kind of working on their inner happiness here. I feel like they are, yeah, they're kind of activating their inner child, but for whatever reason here, either they feel relaxed around you or they are kind of pulling back for some reason. We might do some, we'll see how this goes. Leo, you are presenting also with the World, so you're bringing this energy of balance, harmony, stepping through a portal, success, okay? I feel like you are wanting this connection to be successful. You know, whether this is, you know, I feel like it's a romantic thing. You're wanting it to be successful, okay? The other person is, on the other hand, this could be like up and down, hot and cold a little bit. Maybe they are also looking at, maybe they're wanting to be adaptable and flexible, or maybe they are not, maybe they're not sort of wanting to be involved in anything so serious. Okay, maybe they're not looking long-term to be with you. You know, it does look like they are sort of looking at other options here. Or they could be just, perhaps they're trying to find their way in life and they're trying to work out what they're on about here. In terms of maybe they're in the process of creating their own material abundance and their own material wealth. But that doesn't mean that necessarily someone's not available emotionally, but it's just looking like they have a more playful attitude towards this connection here, Leo. Even though, yeah, you're feeling like, you might be wanting this 10 of Cups here. But the interesting thing is that, if this is, the marriage and the house and the car and all that, sometimes when you bring that energy into something too soon, or if the other person's not ready for it, it's basically opposite to what the other person is kind of looking for. So it could just be, Leo, just a note for you to just perhaps think along the lines of that if you are interested in this person and you would like to be with them long term, is to, take it real slow. Okay, because it's looking like they're going to look elsewhere. Maybe they're looking elsewhere anyway, but that's up to you to discern. And I think maybe you've intuited something that's going on here, because I think as I said, just to maybe take things slow. Here you are. This is what you're doing here, Leo. Okay, you're now kind of realizing, okay, yeah, I just need to chill out here. The other person is kind of doing the same thing. This is like a suspension. Okay, their suspension on this is that they are probably, they're looking at their own mind, body, spirit enlightenment. They may or may not be looking to be involved in a serious way, like in, say, a live-in relationship or partnership, marriage or whatever. They might be looking for something a little more temporary, okay, or casual, I guess we could say that, because they are in a process here of working out their own personal truth, bringing themselves into balance, and this is a major arcana, so this might even be something that they're not aware of, Leo, okay, is that really what they're doing is that they are in this process of fine-tuning their life so that they can sort of experience their abundance. And this is the that thing about happiness. I think they're searching for their happiness, and if sometimes when people, if they don't have enough happiness before they move into a romantic connection, what they can tend to do is to rely on the other person to provide them with all of their happiness, okay, which is, of course, quite a needy situation to be coming from. And this could be, if this is representing the other person here, it could be that, well, maybe they would like to have a connection with you, but really they are looking at, working out their personal truth. They are working on, creating some financial stability for themselves. But they could, maybe they've already done that, okay? But maybe they are just wanting to play the field, so to speak, here, okay? And maybe they're just trying to, find out who they are. Even though, this sort of says it all here. It's sort of like, they're not presenting here as wanting to commit to you, okay? But that's not to say that, things can't change down the track, because Leo, you do have this 8 of Wands here, and I feel like you are going through some changes here as well. That maybe this other person is, I feel like maybe you might sense a connection, but I feel like in some way you're on a different wavelength, okay? And that could be what this is about here. It's sort of like, well, something's missing, okay? There might be, maybe you can sort of share space and, there's an attraction going on, but there's other aspects of the connection are perhaps not clicking, okay? Leo, you have, with your lovers here, you do have this energy next to it, which is, something has come to an end. Maybe this is either a job or a previous relationship. So this, to some extent, is either going to make you feel, it's going to perhaps contribute to you being a little vulnerable if you are going into a new connection. But, maybe this has been a comfort thing and you're spending time with someone too in order to get over something else, okay? So something's come to an end here. And yeah, just for you to be aware that when we, if this is involving grief and loss, okay, if there's some certain amount of grief and processing, it may be good, and could be what you're looking at here, is that maybe it's nice for you to treat your soul to honour that process and to go through that process of letting of grief and just letting something go and building yourself up before moving into a new connection. I mean, on the outside here, on the outside, you are presenting as confident, okay? But you're also protecting your energy. On the inside, there's a little bit of like, hey, you've been through something big, maybe you need to protect your energy. And I think this is perhaps the other person has picked up on that, okay? And, these are 2 fours. You have 4 of Pentacles and they have the 4 of Swords. So maybe it's just not time. It's not time yet for you guys and people to fully connect, possibly. Even though as much as you would like this 10 of Cups here, Leo, with this person, it could just be that you need a little bit more time, they need a bit more time, hence, boom. They need a bit of time, and this is you taking a bit of time, okay? So that, you can go through the changes and the releases and the processing that you need to, and so that they can move into their personal truth a little more. And guess what? This is a really beautiful reading. The King of Cups here is also saying that, maybe both of you could benefit from maybe a bit of counselling or some emotional support from someone who has, maybe if you're going through a big transition, Leo, maybe you might like to avail yourself of some counselling or professional help with that. And this other person as well, if they are looking to, maybe they might be looking at, getting some counselling about something too, if that resonates. Let's clarify the 4 of Cups to finish. And yeah, so hence something is missing, but I think it's just that the timing, I think both of you might be sensing that the timing is a little off at the moment. It's not sort of, you're not quite ready to be in a connection and they're not quite ready, as much as there is an attraction. Okay. 4 of Cups, thanks, Spirit. And the interesting thing is with the 4, also just picking up on that, you have 4 of Pentacles, they have 4 of Swords, there's 4 of Cups in the middle, which is sort of saying, just make things stable. We just need to pause, okay, and just to reevaluate. Okay, we've had all these cards jump out. The Ace of Swords has landed upright. It has landed in the reverse, which means that, things are not clear at the moment. This is sort of, it's a little murky, or it's like the energy is, this is not clear, okay? Because the person is dwelling on this, yet this is here. They may be sensing that, but the alignment is not clear here, okay? So this is definitely, you're both doing this and pausing is definitely, looks like the way to go. So I think we might wrap it up there, Leo. I hope that's been helpful. Look forward to our next one. In the meantime, have a great day, great week, and I'll see you again soon.